Namaste, welcome to this special episode of Arthaniti, where we discuss money and money matters to help you in your investing decisions. Today, we are going to decode Budget 2025. Nirmala Sitharaman presented the budget in the parliament today, and there has been a general consensus that it was a pro middle class budget. There have been many tax reforms which we will discuss, and we'll try to simplify them so that people who are not from a finance background can easily understand what this budget means for them, the sectors that are set to benefit from this budget, and obviously the stocks that you can focus on in those sectors. That is going to be the focus of today's video. So let's start. So, here are some quick points to help you understand in very, very simple terms how your income tax is going to change. Well, from this budget, no income tax is applicable if your annual income is up to 12 lakh rupees. New tax slabs introduced in this budget from 0 to 4 lakhs, there will be no tax. From 4 to 8 lakhs, there will be 5% tax. 8 to 12 lakhs, 10%, 12 to 16, 15%, 16 to 20, 20%, 20 to 24, 25, and 24 onwards, the tax is going to be 30 lakhs. Now, people are finding it confusing. On one hand, it is being said that up to 12 lakh rupees there will be no tax. But on the other hand, a tax slab starts at 4 lakh rupees. How come these two statements? It looks a little dichotomous, right? But I will help you understand it in simple terms. Now, say suppose you earn exactly 12 lakh rupees. For the first 4 lakhs, there will be absolutely zero income tax. For the next 4 lakhs, 4 to 8 lakh slab, you will be charged at 5%. So, which is going to be 20,000 rupees. For the next 4 lakhs, which is 8 lakhs to 12 lakhs, you will be charged at 10%, which is going to be 40,000 rupees, right? So, your tax liability stands at 20 plus 40, which is 60,000 rupees. Now, there is a standard deduction which is available at 75,000 rupees, which is, so what happens is with that standard deduction into taking that into account, your tax liability goes into negative, which is minus 15,000. So there is no tax that you have to pay up to 12 lakh rupees. Second most important takeaway from this budget is that the fiscal deficit target for financial year 2026 is set at 4.4% of GDP. Now, what is fiscal deficit? Well, fiscal deficit is the difference between government income and government spending. This is the difference which tells us how much government needs to borrow in to fund the shortfall so that it can spend the money on the budgeted allocations. Allocation to capital expenditure is to the tune of 11.21 lakh crore rupees, which is a 10.08% increase compared to previous budget. And a focus of this budget is on six key sectors, which Nirmala Sitharaman spoke about when she delivered the speech. The sectors are going to be taxation reforms, power sector, urban development, mining, financial sector, and regulatory reforms. So these were the focal points of the budget. Let us go through the benefits of the budget. Now, as we have already said, that this is a pro middle class budget. Much needed tax reforms were introduced in this budget. Now, middle class is going to have major tax relief. Anyone who earns up to a lakh of rupees per month will have to pay zero income tax on the income that they earn. Correct? So, what is this going to do? This is going to boost disposable income and consumer spending. Secondly, increased capital expenditure is set to drive economic growth and job creations. Thirdly, support for MSMEs through enhanced credit guarantee cover is going to boost that sector as well. Boost for agricultural sector with the Pradhan Mantri Dhana Dhanya Krishi Yojana has been announced. An emphasis on skill development, education with expansion of IITs and medical colleges were also some of the benefits that were announced in this budget. The budget missed on some areas, which I think were very, very necessary. Firstly, there was no mention on railways, leading to all major railway stocks in the red today, right? Secondly, there were absence of major reforms in labor laws and land acquisition, lack of specific initiatives in rural development and poverty alleviation. No significant measure was announced to address income inequalities, and limited focus on job creation despite high unemployment numbers. Now, certain sectors are set to benefit from budget announcements. As already discussed, the budget allocated 11.21 lakh crore rupees for capital expenditure, which is a 10.08 increase compared to previous year. There is also an outlay of 1.5 lakh crores proposed for 50-year interest-free loans to states for capital expenditure and incentives for reforms. Now, which sector is said to benefit from this? Obviously, the infrastructure sector. Stocks that fall in this sector, which you should watch out for, stocks like IRB Infra, L&T, Dilip Bilcon, KNR Constructions can be some of the beneficiaries. Secondly, renewable energy also got a big boost. Budget allocated 1500 crore rupees to solar power grid sector. A new manufacturing mission was announced to support domestic production of solar PV cells, EV batteries, wind turbines, and clean energy technologies. Some stocks in this sector to watch out for: Tata Power, Adani Green, NTPC, Vari Energies, to name a few. Banking and financial sector also got a big boost. The FDI limit in the insurance sector, which was currently set at 74%, was raised to 100%. A credit enhancement facility will be set up by NAB FID to support corporate bonds for infrastructure projects. Now, the companies that you should look out for in this sector: banks like SBI, HDFC, ICICI, Axis, and insurance companies, LIC, and private sector insurance companies, right? Next, consumer goods. Now, no specific allocation was made for this sector, but the 12 lakh rupee budget income tax relief of up to 12 lakh rupees will directly boost consumption and disposable income in the hands of individual taxpayers. This is going to revive demand in the economy. Which companies that you should are set to benefit from this? Well, FMCG companies like Hindustan Unilever, ITC, Dabur, Britannia, consumer discretionary brands like jewelry brands are also can get a big boost because of this announcement. Now, real estate sector is also got mention in the budget and is set to benefit from budget announcement. The budget announced a 15,000 crore Swami fund, SWAMIH, okay, fund 2 to complete 1 lakh stalled housing units. Additionally, taxpayers can now claim annual value of two self-occupied properties as nil for tax purposes. So up till now we could claim only for one property, but from this year onwards two properties can be claimed under the budget announcements, right? What stocks you can watch out for in this sector? I'm sorry, I left out one more announcement which was very important. TDS threshold for rent has been raised from the current 2.4 lakhs to 6 lakh rupees. So up to 6 lakh rupees of rent, no TDS will get deducted. Some major boost for properties which are given on rent or rental income, right? Stocks to watch out for in this sector: Godrej Properties, Oberoi Realty, DLF, Anantraj, to name a few. Sectors that did not get budget mention. Now, certain sectors were left out from the budget. Automotive, to name one, no significant incentives for electric vehicles or auto sector. Information technology sector, limited focus on digital infrastructure and tech initiatives. And for pharmaceuticals, no major allocation for healthcare and pharma research were mentioned in the budget speech. So, in conclusion, Budget 2025 focuses on boosting consumption, infrastructural development, and providing tax relief to middle class taxpayers. While it addresses some key areas of the economy, it falls short of addressing certain critical issues like job creation, rural development, income inequality, to name a few. Investors should keep an eye on sectors like infrastructure, renewable energy, consumer goods, which are likely to benefit from this year's budget proposals.